Hi. I hope you are enjoying yourself. Before this speech, I took the liberty to walk a little around among you, and I noticed that we have a big crowd of very important spectators at around the age of 17. They go to school here in Havre, and they will be my target with this speech. They are our future. They need to understand what this is all about. The title is Holding Hands with the Sun. And how do you do that? This is a little journey on going from thinking to doing. Little Sun is about power and joy. Little Sun is about emotions of happiness and joy and love. And those are the same for everybody. Little Sun is energy for all. Our first product is a small solar-powered lamp, and you can see it in the hands of this beautiful girl from Nepal. We're a social business and a global project, and that's what I'm going to introduce you to. Now a little bit to the more boring fact. We live in a world where 1.2 billion people do not have access to energy. And additional 1 billion people only have very unreliable access. Not having access to energy has huge consequences for your life. Health, safety, business opportunities, and education. Talking about education, this is Swaftel. He's a young boy living and studying in Uganda. Having access to light allows Swaftel to study at night. And he will not only learn to read and write, just like you in the back learn to read and write, you also learn who you are. And once you do that, you start questioning political systems and economical models benefiting all of us in the years to come. In many markets around the world, kerosene lanterns are still the preferred lighting system. And kerosene lanterns are hazardous, dangerous, dim, polluting, and very expensive to operate. And I think the expensive part is what drives the opportunity of a business. What you see here is some of our team members in South Africa. When we go out and sell the Little Sun, we know that our customers pay €4 every single month on buying kerosene. And we sell Little Sun in sub-Saharan Africa at €12. Meaning that in 3 months, you have return on your investment. So because you have free light every day after you have paid, when you've been running your Little Sun for 2 years, you have saved 90% of what you would have spent alternatively on light by using kerosene. So the transition from kerosene lighting to modern solar lighting is not a cost. It's a savings. But it is a savings that come with a sometimes very difficult upfront investment. I think it's also worth noticing that the shift from kerosene light to modern solar-powered light brings opportunity, business opportunities. It improves the environment. It makes it less dangerous, and you save money. I brought this picture just because I absolutely love it. When I see this little boy, he's the core of the DNA at Little Sun. A global project uniting the world in a common light. When you see him, you cannot see if he's lying in the grass in New York, in Le Havre, or in Nairobi. You cannot see if he's rich or if he's poor. And to me, it doesn't matter. He's curious and he's happy, emphasizing the necessity of global togetherness and that we can all benefit from alternative energy. Not just those living without access to electricity in rural areas. You might not think that you or your children need a Little Sun. But the lesson of alternative energy is relevant for all of us. If your child go to bed every night with a Little Sun next to her or him, alternative energy becomes a part of their daily life. And I think it is more likely that when they grow up, they will have a preference for alternative energies. We designed Little Sun to spark curiosity, to be funny, and to be beautiful. I'm often asked, how did the look of Little Sun really come about? And we are a very customer-centric driven company. So we developed the lamp with our core customers, women and children in Havre, a small town in Ethiopia, because we knew their opinion was the most important. And you may ask yourself, I see quite a bit of men here, and you have no influence, none whatsoever, on my decisions. Because in Africa, like in a lot of other places, real economy and real spendings are dictated by the women. And they take the decisions based on how they think that would influence their children. So defining key customers in Ethiopia as women and children is absolutely logical and normal business sense. But spending time in Ethiopia, we learned about their preferences, about their sense of beauty, and about their aspirations, because that is what we need to address with any kind of product. We developed, with that learning in mind, we developed Little Sun to be something you could be proud of. Not just a technical solution to the challenge of not having access to energy, but a product that you truly cherish. And time is running quickly here. And yes, once we had a product where we knew there was an immediate demand, we knew that we had actually hit something interesting, we started developing our business model. And simply put, we sell Little Sun in areas of the world where there is electricity at a decent price, allowing us to power our distribution model and selling Little Sun in areas of the world where there's less electricity at a very affordable price. So we're selling a very, very high-end, technically advanced product at a very, very low price. So the truth is, we sell Little Sun in Africa at production price. Because if we don't, it won't meet the market. It's very simple. And we need to live, so we sell it to you at a much higher price. On top of that, so doing all that, we work with local entrepreneurs, delivering Little Sun from within their local communities, working together with what they call village saving and loan groups. A village saving and loan groups is just a couple of families, mostly the mothers or the females, coming together, pulling money in a little pot to be able to buy stuff. We work with microfinance institutions, which may be one of the reasons I'm here today. We work with door-to-door sales, like a regular Tupperware model. We work with in-home sales parties. So we are still searching for best practice. And the truth is, nobody really knows. Talking about the business opportunity in all this, and I think some of you in the front row might be a little more interested in that, is that on a global level, some of the poorest people in the world pay $35 billion a year on kerosene right now. And we may be looking into a business opportunity of around $100 billion per year on small distributed energy systems. I talked a little bit about that global connectivity. And when we started Little Sun in 2012, we did that at Tate Modern. And at Tate, we succeeded in talking about the need of energy and access to energy, but we never really managed to talk about the necessity of trade. But when we got the opportunity to team up with luxury department store in Milan, La Rinascente, we had the right platform to talk about trade. Nobody expects to get anything for free in a luxury department store. And so what we did was we developed or built 6 shops around the world and displayed those shops in the Christmas windows of La Rinascente last year. So when customers went into La Rinascente to buy a Little Sun, they were powering the opportunity of selling Little Suns around the world. So this is one of our early flagship stores. This one is in Zimbabwe. And as you can see, they're just finishing the painting of the store. This is one of the shops that we powered with a collaboration with La Rinascente. And when they opened the windows, so we'll just give them a minute to cheer. And yeah! When we opened the windows at La Rinascente, I went down there to talk to the employees, and they were really happy and proud that they could participate in such an important project. And they were all very puzzled when I told them that the team in Zimbabwe were equally happy and proud that they could help La Rinascente sell more lamps. And that also may seem like a puzzle to you. And the funny thing is that in Milan, the employees thought that Zimbabwe were really far away. But the team in Zimbabwe thought Milan was just around the corner. So again, that bringing countries together emphasized the global togetherness of our project. Before I started this project, I thought that you'd somehow get used to the dark if you lived without access to electricity. That you'd not be scared of the dark if you had it every day. But I was wrong. I was completely wrong. I lived, during one of the market studies, out in a small rural village for 3 days and nights. And after a couple of days, this gentleman comes over to me. And he says, "Frederik, I hope your project becomes a success before I die." And in my previous business, selling software, nobody had ever said anything like that before to me. So I was curious, and I said, "Why is that so important to you?" And he said, "Frederik, can I be personal?" And I said, "Of course you can." And he told me that when you get to his age, you cannot sleep through the night without having to go to the outhouse. And he didn't dare. And as he said, "If I fall, I may break a bone. And if I do, I will never recover." So there, right in front of me, a grown-up man told me he was genuinely scared of the dark. And with good reason. And that made a huge impact on me. So have we made a big impact? I don't know. I'll let our customers decide. But I think the people you've seen in this show, they will agree we have. So far, we've sold 200,000 Little Suns. We have saved $1.5 million on energy spendings. We've reduced CO2 emissions with 1,400 tons. And we have interacted with 200 young entrepreneurs in Africa. And with your help, we can do a lot more. We just got started. Thank you very much.